Good morning. This is Sakis Paraskevov, Senior Fundamental Analyst at IronFX, bringing you the morning comment for the 30th of May. Yellen keeps the door open for a summer hike. On Friday, Fed Chair Yellen signaled that it will be probably appropriate to hike interest rates in coming months, echoing recent hawkish comments by various FOMC members. The Fed chief indicated that global risks have subsided considerably while economic growth seems to be picking up in Q2, implying that a rate hike could be on the cards as early as June or July. The dollar rallied on these remarks as Yellen may have surprised some investors with her less dovish than usual tone. The fact that Yellen didn't dismiss the hawkish rhetoric of her colleagues like she did back in March gave USD bulls another reason to add to their gains. Market focus remains on the incoming US data in order to gauge the likelihood of a summer hike. Another solid employment report for May, due out on Friday, may increase speculation for a June move. Nevertheless, we maintain the call that September and December appear to be the most suitable candidates for the next rate move. We believe that the committee will not rush into the next hike without feeling confident that the latest improvements in the data will prove durable, something that requires more than just a few weeks' time. Additionally, Britain's EU referendum is likely to provide an extra reason to stand pat in June, as the vote is to be held just a week after the Fed policy meeting and could distort the much-needed market calmness for the Fed to move. As for today, Germany's flash CPI for May will be released and expectations are for the rate to have risen, but to still remain in negative territory. Nevertheless, such an increase could raise speculation that Eurozone CPI, due to be released the following day, may follow suit. This could reverse some of the Euro's recent losses, at least at the release. In Sweden, the GDP for Q1 is forecast to have slowed from the previous quarter. From Norway, we get the AKU unemployment rate for March and retail sales for April. Investors may focus mainly on retail sales, which are expected to have rebounded from the previous month, something that could support the Norwegian krone somewhat. Markets will remain closed in the US and the UK. As for the speakers, one ECB Governing Council member speaks during the day. As for the rest of the week, on Tuesday we get the Eurozone's preliminary CPI for May. The forecast is for both the headline and the core rates to have ticked up somewhat, something that could add to speculation that the ECB may remain sidelined in the coming months. From the US, we get personal income and spending data for April. On Wednesday, from the US, we get the ADP employment report for May, as usual 2 days ahead of the non-farm payrolls. The forecast is for the print to hit 180,000, up from 156,000 the previous month. Such a rise could increase speculation that the NFP figure, due out on Friday, may also come close to 200,000. On Thursday, all the eyes will be on the European Central Bank meeting. The Governing Council is widely expected to remain on hold, and therefore the focus is likely to be solely on President Draghi's press conference following the rate decision and the updated forecast for growth and inflation. We believe that upward revision for both near-term GDP growth and inflation are likely due to the reduction in financial market volatility and the recovery in commodity prices since the March projections. Elsewhere, we have OPEC meeting as well. Expectations for a consensus to freeze oil output are low heading into this meeting, and Saudi Arabia is expected to call for participation by all members like it did in Doha. Since such a consensus would include Iran, any deal seems highly unlikely at the moment. Finally, on Friday, the US employment report for May will take center stage. The forecast is for non-farm payrolls to have risen from April. The unemployment rate is expected to have remained unchanged at 5%, while average hourly earnings are expected to have slowed somewhat. Another solid report could add to speculation that the June rate hike is still in play and support the greenback further. For more information, including technical analysis, please read the full comment on ironfx.com or download our app and get all the information you need to trade. Also, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or circle us on Google Plus to get more trading ideas. This is Sakis Paraskevov, Senior Fundamental Analyst at IronFX, wishing you solid trading.